One of the oldest and most beautiful forms of craft is the design and creation of jewelry. To become proficient modeling in wax for jewelry and sculpture is an art form that provides many levels of excitement and enjoyment. The following is the first in a series by designer Charles Lauricella, exploring and explaining the secrets of jewelry design, beginning with this, the basics of contemporary wax modeling, and the ages-old art of lost wax casting. Today, we explore wax jewelry, rings, bracelets, brooches, and earrings. The carving of the wax is the first and most important stage in the design of jewelry because it allows for the creative, artistic expressions to be born. However, it is important to remember that there is a heavy reliance on precision and fundamental rules of geometry. These require practice and dedication, but anyone can achieve the effects with a little patience. There are many tools that will assist in creating your work. Remember that although there is a great number of specifically designed devices on the market, the only limit on selection is your imagination. Everything and anything that the artist feels comfortable with is fine. From woodworking tools to dental equipment, needles, screwdrivers, you name it. Because in the end, it is you that puts your own individual signature on each piece you create. When carving rings, the first step is to cut from the ring block a section with the same width as your intended finished work. Keep in mind, when the wax model is cast in metal, you will experience a 2% shrinkage, so adjust your work accordingly. When the section of the wax has been cut, first sand with a coarse grade sandpaper to create a level surface. Next, use a fine-grade paper to ensure a 90-degree angle, periodically checking your progress with a T-square. For even sanding, work your piece from both directions. With a compass, score a marking line to the proper width of the ring, according to your design. Remember to saw behind your marked line to allow for variance. And when sanded to size, check for proper width with your calipers. Now file the inside of the ring according to the desired size. Check periodically with a ring mandrel. By finishing the inside dimensions with sandpaper, you will create a smooth surface and will avoid having to smooth the finished metal. Always work slowly to ensure uniformity. Next, determine the desired height of the ring and saw the excess using your coping saw. When you've completed that step, sand the top using long, steady strokes. Again, turn the ring to maintain the uniformity of the platform. Now measure and establish the side measure by using your T-square, making sure both exterior walls are parallel. Saw outside the lines and sand to measure. Using the same method, establish the bottom of the ring. With the compass, again, score the top surface in accordance with the individual design. It is important, when rounding the bottom corners of the ring, to use a vulcanized file. This specially designed tool will not clog its teeth with wax filings. This is true with any filing that occurs during the process. Shape the rest of the ring with the file according to the design, occasionally brushing away wax flakes to allow for clear vision. As you will notice, there is still a centering line which has allowed Charles to maintain the proper balance and equilibrium. In your design, it is not necessary to use a wax piece when a metal wire will suffice. This is preferable in such situations where the size dictates limited space. Depending on the type of work you are performing, there is a wide variety of waxes to choose from. The color of wax dictates its hardness and pliability. We are using the blue wax because it is soft and best suited for our purposes. This pink wax comes in sheet form, used for paper-thin work, allowing for folding and creasing techniques. The blue wax used here comes in ring tubing, sliced block, and rod form. This wax is recommended for both ring work and free-form carving. In this segment, we will demonstrate the techniques for creating free-form rings. The work done here can be achieved using standard hand tools. However, if the artist has access to a motor tool or flexible shaft arrangement, the work can be done quickly and with great detail. By using a propane torch or alcohol burning lamp, you can create a glassy finish on your work if so desired. Designing with pink sheet wax allows for a great deal of personal expression and artistic interpretation. To create earrings, the same principles apply as with rings. However, remember, because you are working in pairs, it is important to keep the size the same. And when folding, always fold in sequence to maintain a harmonious balance. For those of you with a talent in sculpture and carving, here is an example of the finished product that began first as an idea, translated then to paper, and then carved from a piece of simple blue wax. Remember, the finished wax piece will be represented in gold or silver once cast, so ensure that the surfaces are sanded smooth and all imperfections removed before the casting process begins. Now here's a quick recap on what we learned.